Alright, so apparently Josephine's. You can read it here. Messengers killed must go to market to find out what happened. Bringing the power of all the mages upon this place. We will annihilate them.
They'll appoint a new divine soon. One who'll make you stand up for us instead of protecting.
They are heroes, you know. I have relatives in Denmark. They saw.
Mormons know how to lead. I give them that.
Huh.
My command says the Warden has taken up with the Inquisition.
The Inquisition? But they were said to be heretics.
Oh, hello.
Inquisitor, welcome. Thanks to your investment, I have all manner of runners scouring the wake of your adventures. If there's a tome that eludes you, I will endeavor to fill the gaps. I will not deny you a good story nor valuable information.
Okay.
An impressive title, Inquisitor. Will you spend...
Huh. Okay.
I don't know.
So I missed quite a lot, actually.
Do you know where this noble wanted to meet us?
I do. The Comte Boisvert invited us to his mansion, not far from here. I pray he clears up the deaths of my messengers, as promised.
Lead the way.
Look, you got 4 mages backing you. Okay? One is an almighty fire mage, and a necromancy, and a spirit, and an arcane warrior. You're fine. You're okay. Unless you only take me with you. That's not okay.
Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for seeing us, Comte Boisvert.
The honor is mine. Please, sit. It's an honor to assist two such distinguished guests.
I hope helping us doesn't endanger you.
Hardly. Even a brush with someone as well known as yourself can become a great asset in Valroyo. Giving you the identity of those who murdered Lady Montile's messenger seemed the least I could do. Have you heard of the House of Repose?
The Assassin's League?
My contacts obtained a copy of a document in the archives. Contract for life.
The House of Repose is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone attempting to overturn the Montiliers' trading exile in Orlais.
Overly complicated assassination plots are part of Orlesian politics, I take it.
They're all too common, I'm afraid.
The contract was signed by a noble family. The Du Paraquets.
But the Du Paraquets died out as a noble line over 60 years ago.
Indeed. But the contract was signed 109 years ago.
How can a family try to kill you after they died out?
The Du Paraquets were our rivals. They drove the Montiliers from Valroyo. This contract was drawn up over 100 years ago, but it wasn't invoked until I tried to overturn my family's exile.
Unpleasant though it may be, the House of Repose is merely fulfilling its contractual duties.
If the people who wanted your family dead are gone, why are the assassins still after you?
A contract is a contract, Inquisitor. Orlesian businesses live and die by their reputations. The entire guild's welfare would be endangered if an agreement was tossed aside on a whim of time or fate.
She's quite right, Your Worship. The House of Repose is doing what it feels necessary. By its standards.
I assume you have a thought or two on this, Josephine?
The Du Paraquets still have descendants under the common branch. If we elevate them to nobility, a Du Paraquet could annul the contract on my life.
That will take time, Lady Montilier. Time during which the House of Repose will be obliged to hunt you.
Will they now? You are exceedingly well informed. You're not to have said you'd heard rumors, at best.
A bit of subterfuge. This contract on your life is an ugly business. One the House of Repose deeply regrets. But this is Orlais. Even an assassin's word is his bond.
Does Comte Boisvert actually exist?
Absolutely. The Comte's offer to reveal the killers of Lady Montile's messengers was genuine. So was his information somehow. An end to be tied up later.
I thought you were remarkably well informed about a secret assassins guild.
We are hardly secret, my dear Inquisitor, just normally much more reclusive. The contract on Lady Montile's life is so unusual, we felt the courtesy of an explanation was in order.
It is appreciated, monsieur.
Your idea to seek out the Du Paraquet to revoke our orders is an interesting one. I wish you luck. I did not come to shed blood today, Inquisitor. Only to speak. Might I pass?
Why warn us about your contract and let us go?
In Orlais, it is only decent to inform those involved in a contract when extraordinary circumstances conspire.
And the guild's reputation would suffer if you ignored the contract. I quite understand.
Thank you, my lady. May we conclude with my departure?
Yes, because I'm nice this time around. Just a bit sarcastic.
Go, then.
Good day, Your Worship. My lady, I pray we'd never meet again.
Well, I didn't think our meeting would end like this.
We'll deal with these assassins.
I have some thoughts. Let's discuss them back at Skyhold. I'll feel safer with the castle's walls around me.
Do you hear something?
Oh, goodness. Comte Boisvert, is that you? Oh, the lock's been broken off. We'll find a saw. I realize the cabinet is quite valuable, Comte, but surely... A locksmith, then? As you wish.
I wonder what happens if I just kill him. One will never know. Until like 30 hours later when I start a new game. But one will never know. So now I wonder if I pick the Templar side, would anything change really? Other than the fact that I get to play the Templar side. And... well, that's pretty much it. Ah, she's finally in her house.
I asked Mother Giselle, and she said you're wrong.
Look at that throne. Damn. So cool.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
Between our soldiers and spies, Sky holds safer than anywhere else in Thedas.
Yet the problem persists. I've tracked down the last Du Paraquets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Val Royeaux to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Liliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Royeaux?
Give me some time to think this over.
I'll post a watch on our ambassador in case the House of Repose visits.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the Du Paraquets will solve this. First, we need to perform some favors in Val Royeaux. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin. Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
How exactly does one turn farmers into members of the upper classes?
There are procedures for granting honored citizens of the Empire the title of Lord or Lady. Very long procedures. And so much paperwork. I've called in a substantial number of favors just to cut through half of it.
Why did the Du Paraquets hate the Montiliers so much they set up a permanent assassination watch?
There's not much more beyond what I mentioned before. A Montilier and a Du Paraquet fell in love. A young couple, pledged elsewhere, attempted to elope. The whole thing ended so violently, it's a wonder any survived. It's fortunate the Du Paraquets' descendants...
So it's the Romeo and Juliet problem.
What if the Du Paraquets refuse to aid you?
I've already contacted the Du Paraquets, Inquisitor. They're ready to help us. It will be a long road, but a lordship is a chance to restore a proud lineage to their heirs. Besides, I've promised them a heavy bag of coin once this is over.
Are you sure the House of Repose will forget this assassin contract on a farmer's signature?
It's perfectly legal. In Val Royeaux's noble circles, a written word is a bond. Besides, the guild would never risk being so unspeakably crass.
These assassins are afraid of being seen as impolite?
Breaking one's public oath or bond implies a certain poverty in Orlais. A common merchant may lack the resources or manners to fulfill a debt, but among the guilds, it would be shameful.
You said I'd have to do some favors in Val Royeaux if we want to make the Du Paraquets lords.
The Countess Dion is our first step. Her lover, a mage from the White Spire, is missing. Bring her news of him and she'll be very amenable to sponsoring the Du Paraquets as lords. Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's the next favor we need to get these Du Paraquets a lordship?
The Countess Dion is our first step.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Go to the war table and find a sponsor for the Du Paraquets. Optional, dispatch Liliana's assassins. Psh. Like, Liliana, just go fucking kill them. Enhanced Amulet of Magic.
Have you heard anything?
Not yet. I'll let you know as soon as I do.
The love affair is hardly a secret. If I will see if anyone marked with their missing. Okay,
Inquisitor.
cool. Let's do it the long way this time.
The order was sent?
This morning.
Oh my god, 1 hour left. Holy crap. I started this at 18 hours and I have not left the computer and it's only an hour left. An hour, well, let's say 2 hours left. I have been sitting here for over 16 hours. Basically, I've been sitting here for so long, I forgot how to count. That is quite disturbing. Okay. Find the wardens, I guess. Hawk has revealed that Corpheus can influence the mind of Grey Wardens. If the Darkspawn bring them under his sway, he'll command a legion of highly skilled warriors. The Inquisition must hunt down Hawk's Grey Warden ally, hiding in Crestwood, to learn about their Warden's plans. No one had traveled to or from Crestwood since the breach, and Liliana will send her fastest agent to discover what disaster has rendered its silence. We must ensure that a trap is not waiting for us in Crestwood. I will send the scouts at your command. Send them. Let's do this quest. A hastily scrawled note received by the messenger bird. Inquisitor, Hawk's warden friend is somewhere here. Disappeared before we could talk to him. He's good. Be careful on the road. Lots of undead. People here needs our help. Explain more once you are here, Harding. Venture forth. Did I hear undead? A necromancer would be perfect for this mission. I can't believe I'm using all 4 mages simply because they all have like a specialization in a skill. I'm the one that doesn't have a specialization now. Except in fire, but still. Maybe I'll take ice next. Ice seems like such a nice thing to have. Ice and fire would mix pretty nicely, don't you think? Freeze someone and then instantly melt them down.
Good to see you safe, Inquisitor. We've got trouble ahead.
If you're on edge, I should alert the entire Inquisition.
Or increase my hazard pay. That's an option.
Are things that bad?
Goodness.
Oh.
Crestwood was the site of a flood 10 years ago during the Blight. It's not the only rift in the area. But after it appeared, corpses started walking out of the lake. You'll have to fight through them to get to the cave where Sir Hawk's Grey Warden friend is hiding.
Ah.
I wish we could get better acquainted, Harding. When the dead aren't rising around us, perhaps?
The world would crumble to dust before you ran out of ills to fight. Maybe someone in Crestwood can tell you how to get to the rift in the lake. Maker knows they'll want help. Good luck, and please be safe.
Inquisitor, if you have a moment.
What is it?
This could help us.
Iron and plate weave? Oh my god. Why do people keep using such shitty fucking... I don't keep low-level items, okay? I wish they would give me a box or something that I can just put items into. This seems like a small map. It's gonna be interesting.
There must be a way to get to the rift in the lake.
You mean aside from wearing all your armor and wading in?
Besides that, yes. Prefer not to drown to death. You are a necromancer, I mean. Oh my god. So rifts are still a thing, apparently. I'm guessing that those guys are supposed to be running away or something. This place is a bit too open. I don't like it.
Did you see how the Grey Wardens saved me from those corpses? They're amazing. I'm going to see if they're looking for recruits.
You want to join the Grey Wardens now?
Oh, Baker. You're the Inquisitor. But yes. The Wardens are heroes. They saved me from those demons, your worship. With all that's happening, I'd like to help people the same way.
By joining the Grey Wardens, you can't think of something less lethal?
Wardens will do anything to stop the Blight. There is much to admire in that commitment, but much to be wary of as well.
Listen to him. Joining the Wardens isn't the best idea right now.
Yes, your worship. I'm sure there's something else I can do to help. I swear I'll avoid the Wardens, Inquisitor. Thank you for the warning.
Well, that was mean. It's like, hey, yeah, no, don't join the Wardens. That was super mean.
Solus, darling, if you wish instruction in proper magical attacks, do let me know.
I will. Perhaps you will direct me to a circle mage who does not front-load her barriers.
Out. What? Are they fighting over who's the better mage? Look. One of you is Torment Adventurer, the other is like a first enchanter. And Solus. I don't know. All of you are great mages, okay? Specialize in your own field. You don't need to fight over each other. I apparently unlocked something called... The fuck is... That is a really big wheel of cheese.